Yo, welcome back to another episode of the Bowmore Weekly. In this episode,
this is going to be quite the balancing act. Looks worse than it is. It's just
every lad's going to have a van, and that should save all of this.
I'm the Senior Portfolio Advisor here at Bowman & Partners.
nice big space, quite a modern style property this one. What do you think, Johnny? Would you buy it?
So if you don't know who we are property developers based in the UK. That's the building behind it. We're turning to 22 residential units. These guys are responsible for raising all of the capital for the business, as well as my father. And every week we show what it's like behind the scenes to run this kind of business. It's good though, isn't it?
Good fun. Fun and games, really.
Great fun.
Great
Especially
fun.
on the golf course.
Exactly. We did some golf yesterday and it was pretty fun. So subscribe, enjoy the episode.
Here we are at one of the HMOs. Got the giraffe today. It's a little system that you plonk like that in each room, and then it scans the room, gives you measurements, creates a floor plan, and after that we create our proposed plans for the HMOs. So yeah, here we are, one of ours. Really nice one, nice street as well. Newcastle's kind of over the houses, but you kind of see the edge of it there. Bang on location. It's in conveyancing at the moment, so let's get this done before conveyance is done. So then when it is purchased, just get straight onto the works. Plonk in each room, does this thing, it's turning on, little camera's gonna pop out, so we hit scan, boosh, and it's gonna turn around like that and scan the room, shooting off little lasers that come back, gives you an exact measurement, which is banging. So we should we'll leave the room, let it do its thing. Pretty quick, simple, do it for every single HMO and buy to let. It also gives you, like on Google Earth, you can kind of pan through the streets, you can do that in the house. You go one room, click on next room. So it's good for lettings as well. Sometimes we'll put it a bit higher, as long as it gets each corner, that's okay. Get out of the way. This is much more calming than the pub we just saw. I've just eaten something. That place was, I mean, spiders are still crawling around us. There's one right there, Julie. I'm joking. There we go. We'll just try and get it outside as well. Oh, it's missing one of its little... Oh, that's a shame. But yeah, outside it can measure as well, and it just kind of gives a full floor plan of the entire property, which is good. And off here we kind of look and go, right, how tall is that? What's the loft saying? So it's always good to refer back to. Kane can vouch for that more than anyone, I think, when doing plans. And me and Sean also do the floor plans. So off this we create some plans, but then we create our own in-house plans, current, proposed, that sort of stuff. Obviously in line with architectural and regs and all that sort of stuff. Yeah, that's why it's good for me and Sean if we're doing it as well. And go around the property, kind of see what's here. Oh, that's this size. Or if actually in this room it feels like this. It's weird to kind of say, but on a screen, obviously in 2D, it looks small. But when you actually go through the property, like we've gone through some finished ones that we did the plans for, and huge rooms. But on the plans, it looks like there's about this much space, but actually it's huge. It's really interesting to see, actually. 2 more rooms plus hallway, and we're done. This is going to be quite the balancing act. Boosh. Boosh. So we'll do one more outside. So on the system, you can see the front of the property as well. Always helps in knowing which one's which. Doesn't like it when it's too much of an angle, and if you can't tell, it's quite an angled street. As long as it doesn't get hit by a car, it's all sorted.
So we are here today with Matthew Shivers,
Hello, boys.
African, and Mr. Neil Sound.
Hello.
Absolute G himself. So this here, right here, this has been the brain, and my father as well, Dad, Hugh Beaumont. We're responsible for raising all the capital for the business over the last few years. We raised about $1.5 million to $2 million a month, and soon enough, we're going to be setting up an office in London. And us three are going to go down there, build out an absolute killer sales and marketing team to not only grow the equity raise in the business, but also the service-based businesses as well. So it's a new chapter, very exciting. And today, we're getting some content of this man because he sits on a lot of our investor calls, essentially helps portfolio advise on how to go from here you are, Mr. Client, with XYZ amount of capital. How can you build XYZ portfolio, whatever product line you want, whether it's buy-to-let, HMO, or commercials for residential projects. And to help with some of those calls and create a warm intro, Neil's going to shoot an intro video. Something like, I don't know, give him a line, mate. Give him a sales line, go on.
Perfect.
And that's how we do it. It's a bit cold up here, you know. It's a bit nippy. Yeah, we kind of just turned the camera on. The boys maybe a little bit new to this.
I'm very new to this.
Very new to this.
It's awful.
So rigid.
So we'll show a bit of the inside, get these guys genned up on where the site is, and then we'll shoot with Neil to get this intro video. Let's go.
Let's do it.
Day 2, more buy-to-let viewings here with Johnny, good mate from down south. Let's have a look at this property here. Ideally, Johnny, they're in not great condition. Stairs, nothing in there, just a bit of storage. Kitchen, it's a pretty small kitchen. Units, new doors and end panels, new worktop, new boiler, that's old as shit. Could keep the carcasses maybe. They're not rotten or anything, but we'll see. But not too bad, not too bad. Nice big space. Rad looks okay over there. Might be able to keep the flooring, save a bit of cost. But if you want carpets in here, obviously you have to rip it up. We'll decide that later. Quite a big garden, bit of clean up out here. It's quite a modern style property, this one again. It's a bit shaky that. So yeah, upstairs is a bit worse. Bit of storage in there, big bathroom. Sanitary's not too bad. Might be able to keep the sanitary, but of course, essentially throughout, replace the floors, new deco, ship the wallpaper off downstairs. It's just not nice. It's in bad condition. Here, obviously, carpets already ripped up. Easier for us. Get this wallpaper off, peeling off a little bit at some places. Rad's okay. All windows, double glazing, but might need to add notches. Some new compliance, need to add locks. So there's these, but you want these little notches? Might need those as well. Bit of a pain, but easy enough. Just screw them on. Bob's your uncle. Front bedroom, much bigger, nice. Pretty simple property, this one. Rad's alright. New carpet. Yeah, some buys to let. We've got another one in about 10 minutes, so we'll shoot over to that one. Let's go.
So just finished up with refurb crew because it's scaling quickly. We are also going to get a load of vans. There's a few benefits. One, we're going to get all the branding out of the vans and they're going to be going around locally. Another thing, we can get it from this lease hire company where they'll actually kit out the van with racking. What happens quite a lot is you have your operative go to site and then they might need to go get some sort of material. The boys have got stuff in their vans already, but we can clean it up and make it much cleaner and have basically a stock take, almost like a merchant with you on site. Because at the moment, if they're missing something, they got a bop to MKM and then they've got to come back and that could be 30, could be 60 minutes, depends where they are, a round trip of an operative who we'd otherwise rather live on site performing the works because they're a higher value hourly wage. Every lad's going to have a van and instead we're going to rack out the vans with a whole load of shelves, sequence shelves as well. So you got your plumbing gear, you got your wets, you got your this and that, kit them all out perfectly. All of that can just be within the van, ready and stocked up all the time. They can just do a check at the end of the week and go, right, I'm going to need more of those. I'll bop on Monday morning before coming to work. I'll bop and go get a few more of those things to stock up. And then that should save all of this. And we should then get some of those hours back. And then on a Friday, we'll do our weekly meeting to program the sites to see what bigger items and materials we'll need, like doors or windows. Those things they can then bang in the back of the van as and when they need to be picked up. And they can then just be brought to site before work. And we're saving on commutable hours that we're otherwise losing.
Second buy-to-let viewing of the day. Danny and Sean have also gone out to do their own viewings. Danny's left us with the furthest away ones, of course, but we'll be changing that soon. He's going to be sent to Newcastle and back. So big open space, which is nice. Kitchen, fully new kitchen. These carcasses, obviously doors need to be redone, but they're a bit rusted on the inside as well. New kitchen, easy enough to get in. Bathroom, we can keep that as is, I think. So yeah, a bit of cleaning up to do, but looks worse than it is. It's just a little bit. Good sized garden, bit messy, but again, don't know if that's that safe. I mean, if you kick that hard enough, it's going over, but bit of storage, maybe keep that, who knows. Bins, rear alley access, beautiful. Roof's in good nick as well, which is good. Maybe a bit of maintenance on the windows though. The window frames, some of them look a bit rotten, so I might have to redo those. Again, it's easy enough to do, it's just another cost. Loft up there, 3-bed this one. Bathroom, quirky one, with a walk-in shower. Guess someone with some disability or something needed this sort of shower. New units in here, get a shower tray in. Maybe fit a bath somewhere. You know, see what we can fit, but you can fit something in there, it's just good. Rear bedroom, good size, little built-in wardrobe over here. Have to get a new rad. Single panels, sometimes we can keep those, but this looks a bit old as well. So new rad, boiler, there we go, just think of that. Looks quite new that.
It's a new boiler.
Copper piping, looks good as well, but it might end up that some other places in the property it's not good, because with a new boiler, they often put new piping in, but yeah, we'll see. We're allowed for at least a service in the boiler and a bit of extra cost for the piping, if need be. Electrics, might have to redo some of those, not a good sign. These are old positions for electrics as well. Sometimes you can tell where older properties, they'd put them quite low to skirting boards, or there's ways you can see it, and that's quite an old position, so that's okay. But just partial rewire, new DB, all that sort of stuff. Another bedroom, bit smaller this one, but big walk-in wardrobe. Still fit a bed in here, it's good. Either home office or bedroom for the kids or something like that. Nice little street out there as well. Windows in good nick, but all the glass is okay, but the frames are a bit skew with, so let's change that. Here, bit of a makeshift workshop or something. You can see they're starting to do some redeco, but probably run out of money. That's what always happens, or mostly happens. So what do you think, Johnny? Would you buy it?
Yeah, sure, maybe.
Yeah, do you want to do it right now?
Maybe next time.
So Johnny's going to buy this one. He's locked in now for good. So let's go.
So we're inside. M&E's flying through everywhere. Pretty much double boarded the whole way throughout now. The guys are just piecing together some of the M&E in the site welfare. But enough talking about site. You've seen a lot of this site. Let's just give you a bit of a background about who this man really is, because you're not going to see him on vlog much because he's based in the south and does most of the calls remote. Hence why we're setting up the London office now to bring everyone together into one place.
Ex-fund manager, love raising capital, property investor myself, developer myself. Joined the team about 6 months ago, was an investor originally in 2022. So uniquely sat on the same side as the fence as prospective clients. So ready to make some waves.
Some waves and Bitcoin as well.
Love a bit of Bitcoin.
But he sends me like every day, will send me loads of links and going, it's going to fly this month, it's going to fly this month. And then sometimes it doesn't, sometimes it is. And this month, it's all-time highs, baby. All-time high.
Yeah, buddy.
And you got the diary business and other kind of endeavors that you're into as well, innit?
Yeah.
So avid businessman.
Cooking a lot of stews.
Why did you want to join us and like come on board like full time?
It's all about vision. This company's going places, grown rapidly over the last last few years and ultimately want to be at the ground floor, be involved in what these lads are doing.
Yeah, we spoke loads, didn't we, about like the synergies and how we could work together on different stuff over the years,
Yeah.
innit? We looked at some stuff potentially in London, and then I basically came to Neil because we were hiring for Neil's position effectively, and I wanted to use Neil as essentially a bit of a guinea pig
Yeah.
with the person we were going to hire. I went, could you do some test run calls with him just to like test him out, see how he is from a client's perspective? And then within about 24 hours, Neil went, I'll do it instead, mate.
I just got on the blower and said, "Oh, I'll do it." Super
like,
spontaneous.
I was like, no, wait, what do you mean you'll do it? And you were like, yeah, I want to come on board.
I could hear you glitch out on the call. When
Yeah,
I
I was
first proposed.
glitching,
You were
mate.
like, wait.
Yeah, mate. And Neil said, mate, yeah, let's build a beast of a company. And I was like, beautiful. I was like a little schoolgirl. Called my dad and Matt and was just like, guys, we've just gone from like a Ford Fiat to a Jaguar. Maybe not Jaguar nowadays. Sorry, mate, that's an insult. To a Lamborghini.
Lamborghini Corsa. Lamborghini Corsa.
Exactly. Since then, mate, like it's been absolutely flying because Neil obviously knows a hell of a lot about property, investment, capital, and stuff like that already. So just needed to tweak his knowledge on process of the business. And now ultimately you are the front runner for raising most of the capital as Dad starts to meander off into the sunset. He's in Mallorca right now with Mother, having a nice chill time, still doing some calls, dealing with clients here and there, but ultimately you're now effectively leading the charge.
Basically, yeah.
Let's do a little wander around. So they didn't have proper lintels in them. And it's only once we cut everything back and took them out, we went, oh, because they've got fake lintels on the outside that are decorative. We thought that they were proper concrete lintels that ran through. They weren't. So then we're having to cut and bastardize every opening.
Meshed it up for security, I guess.
Yeah. Stop kids coming in. Doesn't stop the pigeons though.
Yeah,
Pigeons,
those
mate.
pigeons.
Mate, I'd rather kids came in than pigeons because they just
Yeah, you would.
yeah, I would. Don't be sick. That's why he's not on camera.
So how's it compartmentalized again? It's HMOs and flats.
That stair core we've just come through,
Yeah.
that will only service the flats.
Okay.
This here's a flat.
Yeah.
And then this jumbo wall, this compartmentalizes the building into HMOs this side,
Right.
apartments that side. You see all our M&E tracks come in here now.
Yeah. Right.
And then we'll drop a secondary ceiling in underneath these. That'll then essentially be a sterile void. You can see we've done our penetrations.
Yeah.
And we've just had, for the camera's benefit as well, we've just had Nissan, who are obviously a huge employer in Sunderland. It's not crazy far from here. They've just put 50 of their workers with us. And now we've got a good relationship with them. They'll want to house loads more people, obviously, as they do their intakes annually. Now we're going to go shoot his intro stuff. Get ready. It's all about creating the best possible funnel that we can for raising capital. That is essentially what we've perfected now, which is why I want to go to London and scale it.
That's where the talent is, ultimately. Looking for people, looking for heads to fill seats.
Yeah.
London's.
And it's where the clientele is, you know. International clients who come in, like we have a lot of international clients. And obviously for them, having to fly into, say, usually they're flying into London, getting a train up, or they might fly to London and fly to Newcastle and then come down. This way, come to our office in London. Obviously got the cachet of a London postcode. Will be somewhere between Liverpool Street and Covent Garden or Mayfair, really commutable. And we can have, you know, a revolving door of clientele and referrals and stuff coming through. And we know we can bake that out, make it a great environment. And then basically 10x what we're doing, you know, £100 million business is what we're building, boys.
Get it done.
But it's all about content. So we're going to get some more content now, more verticals that we can build into the funnel so that when clients are communicating with Neil, they get a prelude to who he is and what he's done and his experience as an investor and a business owner. And then now as his experience working with us. So that's the plan.
They can cancel ahead of time and not have to go through the bullshit.
Exactly. You don't have to speak to this mug. All right, let's do it.
So this is Buzzers Bar, a large commercial to residential project. This is going to be a block of 22 residential units. Separately to that, someone from our team will reach out ahead of the call to confirm your attendance.
So we're done now. We've got all the content that we needed with Big Man. Thank you very much, sir. Natural on camera as well. It's going to look really good. That's because he's got a gift for the gab. He can chat shit for days, just like I can. So well done, sir. Lads are finishing off a lot of the rendering here. A bit annoyed, really, of how much of a chew it's coming. It's not anyone's fault. It's just the render's far more degraded than we'd hoped for. But we've got a solution. It's going to be a relatively cost-effective solution. We're going to try and negotiate with the council on the sill and lintel details they wanted, just because we just don't need to add that kind of detail and cost and delay to bastardize each one of these window openings. So we're going to try and ignore that and just do like a feature, non-feature, feature, non-feature to reduce the amount we have to do. That'll be good. But yeah, big love. If you've enjoyed this kind of content, then make sure you subscribe, drop a comment. If you want to see stuff like this in the future, then keep staying tuned to the channel. We appreciate all the support. Bye-bye.